Must have been ran over by the cars over here and shit. No one seems to want to pick it up. Feel sorry for that cat, you know? Damn. Life is fucking brutal with the nature, right? And something else. Crazy. Crazy how that goes. It probably lived in this fucking town home or apartments, whatever you call it. This over here. It must have ran across this busy street and got fucking ran over and limped all the way to the sidewalk. So, yeah, something else. I remember when my dad's house, this lady had a bunch of cats, and basically this one big black white cat got ran over, and it must have went in our driveway and shit. I forget what we did with it though, but had to bury it or something. So, what's up, Fishing Aiden? What's up, man? And I can't believe that cat, that carcass cat, you know, ain't picked up. Probably gotta walk to the park that's right by my place. So, a fish, flounder. What's up, Polish potatoes? What's up, man? Yeah, just got done the gym, and then I'm just gonna walk to the park or something. Nothing else to do, you know? Chill there for like a bit. Stop smoking. I don't do it all the time. I only do it here and there. I'm never gonna really quit. I like to do it, but I don't like to do it all the time. I'll cut back for a while, but then I'll try it once in a blue moon. So, yeah, I should cut back if I'm doing a marathon now. So, you'll be surprised. There's actually a good amount of humidity in Arizona too. Like this month, there's been like monsoons causing humidity. So it is humid here. It's just not as humid as Pennsylvania though in the summer. But yeah, I like the dry heat. It's nice. It can be unbearable at times when I'm working outside, but I prefer that over the brutal cold and the wind chill. I hate that. So not for me. Messing with my bipolar moods, and it just sucks. Like the sunlight here improves my moods a lot more. I get more vitamin D out here, so but yeah, there is a difference here though compared to like Florida. Florida is very humid. I remember when I went to Miami, I would walk out of my hotel and it would you would be sweating right when you walk out the door. That's how humid it is over there around this time of year, obviously in the summer. So say it's expensive. Yeah, if you're trying to buy like American Spirits, Newports, like Marble Reds or something, but the Crown Menthol 100s ain't too bad. They're a little higher than South Dakota. South Dakota, you can go to this tobacco shop. You could buy them for like $4.80. And the best part about that tobacco shop over there is you get a free lighter all the time. So it was pretty nice. Here it's like $6.50 for a pack of Crown menthols. So, and they're not too bad. So, the Southeast, yeah, I believe that's definitely a lot more humid over there. You'll be drenched in sweat. You're not even being active. Yeah, that's hot over there. I can't wait till like the fall and winter here. It's gonna be very nice. I don't have to worry about the snow at all. Unless I want to experience the snow 2 hours north. It actually does snow in Arizona. Like it snows in like Flagstaff, like Payson, because of the higher elevation. Like here, it's like there's not as much elevation at all, so you won't be experiencing the brittle cold like that. Yeah, that's the southeast right there. It'll be like 95 degrees, but it feels like 120 from the humid. Yeah, that's a big difference. I've been outside in the 115 degree heat. That shit's pretty brutal, say here. That shit's not easy to deal with in Arizona, too. It's like an oven, you know, how a lot of people explain it. It gets in your face. Like right now, it's not so bad. The heat is not so bad as July. I think July is the worst in Arizona. But at times, though, it can be unbearable, you know. What's up, Anthony? What's up, man? Yeah, they're easier on the lungs. Yeah, they're not as harsh. I used to not like them back in the day. I didn't like the aftertaste, but recently when I did the cigarette review in South Dakota for Marlboro Reds, they're not so bad, actually. They're actually better than a lot of cigarettes. It's weird how I didn't like them back then. Now they're not so bad. So, yeah, you get sick from the mint. Yeah, it can be harsh. Like, Newports can do that to you. Has too much menthol, I'll say. I remember I used to go to like college parties and stuff, and I would smoke a shit ton of Newports at this bar all the fucking time, and I would cough up blood constantly. It was, the more I smoked that shit, it was more harsh. So, just chilling, finished cleaning my room and laundry. Nice, man. That's good. Don't want to have a dirty room, right? It sucks doing that shit, but it's better than a dirty room, right? What's Project Bluebeam? What's that? Yeah, they are a luxury item. They gotta be like $13 a pack in Arizona where I'm at. In South Dakota, they were like 11 bucks. Like where I'm from in Pennsylvania, like the suburbs, you get them for like 11. In the city, you get them for like 13. It's crazy. I bought like these American Spirits. They're the green pack. They're like menthol. And they were 14 bucks. I was like, what the fuck? And it's probably because of the location I bought it at too. Not like the location, but probably the place I went to. So, yeah, I get that a lot. People think I look like a Viking and stuff. Don't know what's in that vapor above you. I don't know what you mean, man. LD Red, it's not the best quality, but it gets the job done. Yeah, I mean, it's something that you like. It's affordable, why not, you know? That's cheaper than the Crown Menthol 100s in South Dakota, man. Sometimes the cheap stuff's a lot better than the expensive cigarettes. Like the Parliaments, I think they're the worst cigarettes in my opinion. They're like 10, 11 bucks. So, the chemtrails, I mean, I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that the chemtrails are controlled by the government, you know. It's just water vapor in the sky, and it doesn't cause anything to the environment, you know. Maybe I'll make a video on that. I did make a video on that on my old channel, so I don't believe in that stuff. Some people go so far to where they think that the chemtrails are manipulating people, and that's something else, you know. That's a huge conspiracy theory right there. Yeah, Marlboro Reds are fucking expensive. They're not fucking cheap, really. I mean, if you could mimic it with the cheaper ones, it's basically the same shit, you know? $8.50 for red, and 10 for Marbs. Yeah, that's fucking pretty expensive, we'll say. Probably if you get it in another state, too, it could be even more expensive over there. Makes me wonder how much Marlboro Reds are here. So, yeah, I'll be doing more cig reviews in the future. Probably be doing some when I get to Washington. I want to see how much the cigarettes are, and I want to try to do some reviews up there. See the differences in price, you know. You didn't get the notification? You gotta press the bell button. But what's up, Antonio? What's up, man? Yeah, just walking down here and shit, I guess. Walking down this park. Yeah, YouTubers would be like, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell. Don't miss out on my videos. I don't like those type of YouTubers, you know? I mean, I get it, right? But it's kind of annoying, you know? Yeah, God's punishing you. God knows what you're doing. God is going to send you to hell because you're worshiping the devil too much. Yeah, that's basically what it is. They're hungry for the money. I mean, I don't blame them, you know? I mean, it's better than working these jobs out there, but they get too thirsty for an audience, you know? So, especially nowadays, like, people are trying to be content creators, and it's, like, oversaturated, you know? So, you're gonna go live for a little bit? That'll be cool, Anthony. We'll see you all join if you're still around, if I'm done my live. Yeah, you only hit the bell on a few channels. Yeah, I don't think I ever really hit the bell that much. I probably did a couple times if I really like them, but I don't really do it, really. So, yeah, the heat is nice right now. I'm getting used to this Arizona heat compared to when it was 115. You tend to, like, adapt to the change or something once you start living here. But the air quality is bad. Like, there's no wind, really. Like, when you get wind in Arizona, it's all, like, heat. Like, you receive the hot air. It's something else. And one other thing, too, in the summer, you try to get a shower, you can't even get cold water. It's all hot water all the time. You try to put it on cold, it's very hot. So it's very weird, you know? I only hit the bell on a very few channels. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could only do it if you like them, you know? They'll try to push you too much. Yeah, that's cool, man. If you made videos, man, I would watch you again, you know? I really liked your channel since the beginning. There's a lot of things I resonate from what you were talking about on your YouTube. Yeah, you had a lot of good things to say, too. So, it's cool that, like, you're kind of from where I'm from in a way, too. It's crazy. Eagles lost to the Ravens last night. Oh, shit, I haven't really caught up with the preseason for football. I don't even know if the Eagles are good or not. They probably are still. I'm assuming the Ravens are all right. What's up, I do stuff? Yeah, this week was kind of a struggle kind of with the car. I was very stressed out early last week. Like, I didn't really care too much of how much it was. Yeah, it was expensive, but it shouldn't have taken that long to fix my car up, like installing the alternator and putting a new battery in. Because the AutoZone people, the one guy put the battery on backwards and must have blown a fuse and messed up my steering wheel. And I basically had to pay extra, but I'm getting my money back from AutoZone because I sent them the receipt and all that stuff. So hopefully I get that money back this week. So that was not cheap just to fix that, you know? Like, I literally was driving with a stiff steering wheel, and I was like a half hour from where I live at. So it was it's kind of crazy because I don't even know the area that well too. So I know that, like, looking at back hindsight, I was doing Lyft, and I noticed this guy I picked up, he was rolling down the window, and I thought he was feeling the AC, but I guess it wasn't working right. So I guess that was an indicator that there was something wrong with my battery. But wasn't thinking at the time until um, I went back on the road after I took a break at this gas station. My battery indicator went on, and my car was not moving, you know? So, yeah, it was something else. Yeah, life sucks in a lot of ways, man. I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, from what the mechanic told me, the guy blown a fuse. It was all from the AutoZone guy that did it. So I was pissed, to be honest with you. I had a lot of shit bothering my mind. I blew up at the Pep Boys too, because they told me my car was good to go, and it clearly wasn't, you know. And I guess on the report said that there was something wrong with the steering wheel, but I don't like how the way they do things at Pet Boys. They should at least call me and tell me, like, hey, like, this car isn't good to go, you know. And I was so stressed out. I put their stress out on them. I should have never done that, but that sucked, you know. So yeah, no daylight savings is what's good about Arizona. You don't have to worry about the time changing. My moods get worse with my bipolar when it gets like that, especially in Pennsylvania, where in the wintertime, the time changes and it gets dark like around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It just makes me more depressed, you know? Yeah, they need their wig split, yep. I mean, already getting that fucking money back, and they got their wig split when I entered that AutoZone facility. They didn't like how I'm trying to get my money back. So, what's up, weed is heat? Yeah, it is stupid. I agree, man. It's unnecessary. It was used for, like, farmers back in the day. We're way past that. It's kind of unnecessary. So that's what's good about the West Coast. You don't have to deal with, like, daylight savings and stuff. That's what I like about here. There's a lot I like about Arizona, though, I'll say. Yeah, you lose an hour, right? And especially when you're going to work, you're losing sleep and you wake up sleep deprived. It sucks. It's terrible. But yeah, this is the park right by my place. It's kind of pretty cool. So, gotta sit by a bench or something. I guess another thing that's cool about Arizona, since it's hot and stuff, like, I feel like they don't close down the water fountains. You can always get a drink. Like, the Northeast, like, they close down the water fountains. You can't drink out of a water fountain no more. Obviously, it gets cold, so it makes sense. And they don't want the water to freeze. And I guess they're trying to save their pipes, you know? So, the only thing I don't like about this year too is when in the summer, if I want to make videos, my phone will overheat. So that kind of sucks. Can't make videos outside that much in the summer. I have to do it inside. So, probably go up here more. Yeah, it's a volleyball here. That's kind of pretty cool, I guess. See people play that a couple times. Yeah, time, yep, because the uncertainty, you don't know what's gonna happen next. No good things will happen to you in the future, but it's inevitable that bad things may happen. You just hope it doesn't impact your life so much, you know? Probably like 6 to 7, I guess. I'm not like a really heavy smoker like I used to. So, what's up, Harris? What's up, man? Yeah, 40. I mean, obviously, if I'm drinking or something, I'll smoke a lot more. I used to smoke like 2 packs in one night if I'm like going out or something. And that felt like a waste of money too, you know, but it was something else. Yeah, I mean, you can make money doing pools. If you do your own business, you buy routes, you get a truck, you get like a pole with a brush and a net, and you just clean them, you know. And obviously there's other things involved, like you have to repair like the pumps and things like that. But I think it's not a bad gig in Arizona though. The pool business is pretty much needed in this state, you know. So how am I like it? I really like it, man. I'm not crazy about my living situation with a roommate, but it's a lot better than South Dakota. It offers more. It helps with my moods, and I don't like how like the weather was in South Dakota, where it was super dark, and it was probably the coldest place I ever lived in, and it was unbearable, you know. It was not easy. I think I might go over here, actually. More shade. Yeah, I used to too, man. I used to be a chain smoker from like 19 to like 26, and then I remember my old channel, I said I wanted to cut back on smoking or something, because I wanted to be more athletic again, and I had those medications that made me gain a lot of weight and made me eat a lot of food. So I cut back, and there was a time where I haven't smoked in like a year or so, and then I would go on and off smoking, you know. So I mean, I did try doing my own landscaping. I actually tried doing that. I had like 7 customers, and like a mix of my bipolar disorder, and customers were coming and going, you know, that made it difficult. And I guess living with my dad was it's just hard to live with, you know, so it didn't work out. Yeah, my cousin's weird. He cuddles with like a hammer, and he cuddles with like channel locks. It's like a teddy bear to him, you know. He's kind of a weirdo, you know. Yeah, Oregon or Washington State. Yeah, I think that might be a next place I might try to live in the future. I don't know if I would want to live in Arizona all my life, like, I don't know if I would want to, you know. I would kind of like to see more of the U.S. There's a lot to see, you know. Like, that's why I'm going to Seattle and trying this marathon. I would like to kind of explore the area. And this guy, Simon, he was really raving about me trying to move to Seattle when I was homeless. And I I didn't want to move there because of the cost of living and things like that, but uh, now I'm kind of don't really care too much. Um, so it'd be kind of cool to see that state. It has a lot of beautiful landscapes and there's a good amount to do. So yeah, that area's got good weather, that's for sure. Yeah, I use a company vehicle. Yep. I mean, the first company vehicle they gave me was a pickup truck with no AC, and I was dying in that. It was like 100 some degrees, and the AC wouldn't work, so hot air would come and it would get in my face. I was getting really tired, and I thought I had some heat exhaustion that day, or that whole week, and my nose was bleeding a lot. It was the quality of air wasn't good, and I would feel it come out down my nose, and I would have to get like some paper towel and rip it apart and put it on one side of my nose that was bleeding. So yeah, and I had to tell the guy, I'm like, I can't drive this truck. That's no AC. And they gave me a truck that is a lot better with AC, but the gas gauge doesn't read right. So I usually make sure I put gas in it twice a week. So I don't want to be stranded out there, you know, especially when it's super hot. It could be dangerous, especially if you don't have enough fluid or things like that, you know. That's one thing about this job. You really gotta drink a lot there. I think the thing that sucks is you have to go to the bathroom, and you don't want to pee in people's yards, obviously. So you gotta find a time to go to a gas station or a grocery store and go to the bathroom, you know. So bomb the ocean or outer space. That's a good question. I guess outer space, you know. It'd be kind of interesting to see what's out in the universe. Hate your life. I mean, it's not your fault, you know. If it's something that you're born with that hinders your life to the point it makes your life worse, you can't get a quality life. I mean, it's out of your control, you know. Or you have parents that didn't prepare you for the real world. I mean, that ain't your fault, you know. So it's something that you don't deserve or ask for. Yeah, I hate working with people, man. I'm lucky that I found this job that I can work by myself, you know. The only time I interact with people doing this job is if I need help with a pool. Like if there's something that with the system, like if it's like not working right, like say if the pump isn't priming or I'm unfamiliar with it, I have to talk to them, or I have to, they give me work orders and I'm not sure on how to do this work order. Like that's the only time like I would interact with people at that job over the phone. I guess I would call the office if there's dogs at their house and they're in their yard and they seem aggressive. I would have to call the office and tell them like, hey, I can't go in there. You need to call the customer and bring the dogs inside, you know? So was I a heavy weed smoker, stoner? Yeah, I kind of was a little bit, yeah. For a brief of time, I used to smoke weed in high school. I was, I was like, I was not really a huge stoner when I was in high school, like when I was 18. But after high school, I started to smoke weed a lot, and over time, it made me paranoid and it made me more anxious. It didn't make me feel good anymore like how it used to be. And when I smoked weed with people that made fun of me a lot. And that kind of ruined a lot of the experiences when I would smoke. But at the same time, I would smoke by myself. It would still make me feel weird, you know? I would dissociate a lot. I would get depersonalization. I would always overthink with my thoughts constantly, and all those things. It was just not for me, you know? So I don't want that in my own business. It's not that I'm lazy. I just don't care. I mean, yeah, the thing is, you can start a business. It's not always guaranteed it'll work out, you know? There's a lot of people that try to start a business and it doesn't work out. I guess they at least tried, but it's not easy, you know? Especially like if you're doing a business that can be oversaturated in the market. You know, like landscaping, for example. It's you're competing with a lot of people, you know, so it's not an easy thing to do. Like with me with landscaping, I had like a connection with my dad because he has his own business and I wanted to help him out, but he was very hard to work with. Like he would put his stress out on you, and he would hire workers that were like degenerates and stuff. Like there was ones that were doing drugs at the job. He would hire illegals and stuff like that. And my dad would never really teach me a lot about landscaping. Really, he would only teach me about the labor, but he would never teach me how to back up a trailer or how to do certain things in hardscaping. And I always had to learn stuff at other jobs to try to get those skills, you know, and it just never worked out, you know. Like I actually genuinely wanted to help him. I didn't want him to work all his life. And the thing is, my dad likes to work. He's a workaholic, you know. He's still doing this shit. It's just, I don't get it, you know. Yeah, I think that's pretty weird. I mean, my cousin cuddling with a hammer and channel locks, I mean, that's kind of strange to me, you know. Yeah. He probably uses like the hammer and channel locks with the boss, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of weird if my cousin tried to cuddle with me. I would just say some negative things to him and he would get scared, you know. Yeah, that guy is something else. What's up, Narnia? In these moments you spend selling yourself in front of a camera, what are the odds that you could have been benefiting yourself in some other fashion? I mean, I do other things besides doing YouTube, man. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff. I just like to do YouTube to talk to people. That's it, you know? Can I build a treehouse? Nah, I can't, man. Be kind of cool. Fox News report. I don't know if I believe that, man. I don't know if I believe that. Seattle has too much crime. It's bad out there now. Yeah, that's something I heard. Yeah, they have a homeless problem, too. That's a con about Seattle. They have a homeless problem. There's a lot of crime. Yeah, that's despite like what it has to offer with the nature and things to do, and it's got a lot of problems over there. So yeah, America sucks in a lot of ways. I mean, how expensive it is, you know, especially like if you go to a hospital, you come out with a big bill. I mean, a lot of people have to go bankrupt. It shouldn't have to be like that with healthcare, you know. I think that's kind of ridiculous. The thing is, there's a lot of things in America that has a lot to offer, you know, but it has to be so expensive for people, and that ain't right, you know. So yeah, there is worse places too. I mean, if you go to LA, that's even more worse with that. You have way worse of a homeless problem over there. I mean, that could come from the cost of living, right? And that could come from like them having like a drug problem or a mental illness, having an unsupportive family that kicks you out at 18 and you're stuck being homeless, you know, or maybe like you can't find a job and you become homeless. It's all kinds of things, you know, pretty much how someone becomes homeless. Planet Earth. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't blame the planet Earth. What about the people in it? I mean, it's just a planet, you know? So, prove what? Oh, you're talking about that guy on there. I see. I mean, I don't like to read books, man. I'm never really like a reader, you know? If that's something that people are into, then there's no problem, you know? I mean, I like to go to the gym. I like to be fit, you know? Some people don't like to do that, you know? I like to play ball here and there. I mean, I have friends I hang out with in real life. I haven't seen them in a while, though, because they live in Pennsylvania. I mean, I done I moved to different states. I tried different things. I traveled and stuff. Like, I've done things besides go on videos, you know? Nah, you can't do that. Can't use the bathroom at their house. I wish you could, but I guess that's like a company policy. I mean, when I was landscaping, you can't really do that. I mean, I remember when I would landscape, like if it was with my dad or say working with a company, I would try to pee in the woods or something, or hide. I would pee in their yard or some shit. Because if you have to really go, you have to go, you know? You can't just be out in the open. You gotta hide. Yeah, a lot of groceries can be expensive, you know? I mean, a pound of ground beef's a good amount, you know? And a bunch of food. I mean, you can say that with fast food. It's all expensive there. Yeah, does suck. Yeah, that's one thing, you know? That's one thing I don't like about working outside in people's houses. Like, people don't pick up their dog shit. Every time I do these pools, like, majority of them have dogs, and they don't seem to pick up the dog shit. Like, what's wrong with them, you know? Especially when they're shitting, like, where you're walking. It just sucks. Like, you feel like you gotta play an obstacle course when you're walking through that, you know? It's annoying. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's impossible, but it's not easy, I'll say. I'll say it's not an easy thing. I mean, I guess there's certain things that people are born with that are more fortunate, like supportive parents, or born with money or something, or they're not born with things that affect their life to the point where they can't, you know, they can actually live independently, you know. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's a lot harder than what it was back in the day, you know. So, survival on neat bucks. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. It's better than working with toxic coworkers and dealing with a passive-aggressive boss, you know. I was considering getting disability, but my dad would call me lazy for thinking that way, you know. And I hated when my dad called me that, you know, because I tried my hardest to work with him, and I actually tried, you know. It's just my bipolar gives me a hard time keeping jobs, and I would get mood swings and things like that. It's just my dad didn't really seem to think about that as much, you know. So it made me have a hard time moving out in my 20s, despite me trying to help him with his business, you know. So yeah, there actually is a business where people pick up dog poop. I actually was about to apply for a company in South Dakota where you pick up dog poop in people's houses, and it actually is pretty lucrative, you know. It's actually not a bad business, actually. Yeah, my dad is an asshole. Yeah, I mean, there's good things about him. He's a good provider, but he's not a good person to get emotional support from, or he can be very hot-headed, and he's got a temper all the time. So he's got the boomer hard-working mentality too. So it's hard to deal with my dad. Yeah, close to 70s, still brought me into this mess. Yeah, I feel that, man. Shit's annoying, especially when you have a dad that's just like a workaholic, you know? I mean, yeah, they're good providers, but they seem to never relax, and they like to put their stress out onto you when they're having like work days that are stressful, you know? Yeah, that's what my cousin did. His beard grew when he held the channel locks tight, he said. Made him more masculine. Who leaves one job early so he's not late. Yeah, I mean, he won't leave a job early though, my cousin. He'll stay there till his shift ends, and then he'll just go to his next job. He doesn't care. Yeah, if you're talking about South Dakota, yeah, it's depressing over there, man. It's hard to live in. It's not just the weather, it's just the isolation you deal with. Like, there's not a lot to offer there, and Everybody knows each other too. It's almost like I'm like in my hometown, you know? And I didn't want to live in a place that reminded me of that either. I want to move somewhere where it doesn't feel like everybody knows each other constantly. And Arizona's it here. I mean, I guess the place I live at specifically is kind of like that, but you have all kinds of spots in Arizona that you don't have to deal with any of that, you know? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it free, you know, because it comes out of people's tax dollars, but I wouldn't mind my tax dollars going to health, you know, like universal health care. Like, I think it's pretty useful with my tax dollars instead of my tax dollars going to wars that don't benefit the people, you know. Yeah, even if you have universal health care, it doesn't guarantee, I guess, it'll be quality care, you know. So, do you think job hunting and interviews are pure humiliation ritual these days? Yeah, I'll have to say so. I mean, it feels nerve-wracking when you're going to a job interview and you don't want to say anything to where they will reject you, and you want to present yourself in a way where you're hireable, you know? Um, it sucks when you're doing this interview and say it's like a group interview. It could make your anxiety spiking. Like, I did group interviews and I was never good with that, you know? It made things worse. So, yeah, life can be a humiliation ritual in general, I guess. Yeah, I'm watering the trees with my own fertilizer. You don't need a gardener hose. I got it right here. Park with a restroom. Oh, okay, that's good, man. Sounds like you were doing like some commercial landscaping. I was doing a lot of like residential mostly. So yeah, it crashed 5 times. Damn, that ain't good. Something wrong with the game. Yeah, everybody's here, man. There's a lot of homeless in Phoenix. Yeah, I'll say in the city there is. There is some homeless where I live at too. Some people live in this park right here, actually. It's the crazy part. But yeah, if you go to the city, like downtown, there's a good amount over there. How I know this too is I I did Lyft and pick people up over there, and I seen a good amount. So yeah, it's something else. Yeah, it does suck. I mean, especially when you really have to go pee. It's probably hard, you know. It's not easy. Yeah, it seems like it, right? Seem like the older generations feel like you gotta brush it off. It's not like that, you know. It's like my dad, for example, doesn't realize, like, I've been to mental hospitals, I take medication, and I had a hard time keeping a job, you know? He doesn't think, like, there's something wrong. So, yeah, you wouldn't want to be homeless in Phoenix. Fuck that, man. I mean, there's people that died, actually, not being homeless that I know of, but people hiking these mountains, and there's this one guy that died hiking South Mountain like a week or two ago, and I guess he didn't bring enough fluids with him and basically died of heat exhaustion, dehydration. That's the thing, I guess. If you're in Arizona, you're homeless, there's more of a potential chance you'll die from the weather related things, you know. So this hat, it's just the Minnesota Timberwolves. I got it in Minnesota when I was watching the basketball game. It was pretty cool. I was either gonna buy a hat or a shirt, and I decided to buy a hat because if I wanted to buy both, it'll be too expensive, you know. So First cousin? I mean, if your first cousin's a guy, I guess, yeah. Talked to Rhonda today, and then had Ocean City fudge. Damn, man. Nice. Yeah, Ocean City fudge is good as hell, man. I need to go back to Jersey just to get that. Go on that boardwalk. Give me some fucking chocolate. I mean, I'm mature too, man. I'm not the most mature person either, so I don't think we're all perfect with that. Did you think about God lately? You know who I was thinking of the most? Satan, and how I can't wait to go to hell with him and cuddle with Satan and talk about like this life, you know? Most passport bros are American dudes. Yeah, I'll say so. It sounds like it. A lot of them will go to places like South America or Thailand or those type of countries, you know? What's up, Amber? I can't have any more than 200 in DPS. Oh, FPS, you mean? Yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks that you can't play the game on there. It's annoying. Yeah, you're gonna have some fudge? Nice, man. I do miss the East Coast food, not gonna lie. I miss Rita's. That's one place I miss right now, Rita's. Mango gelati, water ice. I get a big not a bottle, like a big cup. I miss the Mistos at Rita's too. The cheesesteaks, obviously. The calzones, the strombolis. Obviously, I haven't had boardwalk food in a while, even when I lived there, so I kind of miss that also. Yeah, I do miss the food in the East Coast. It's good over there, despite the West Coast having good food as well, you know? So... Digital only, no disc? Yeah, I feel like everything's gonna be digital now. Yeah, that'll be the thing of the past, having like disc type of games, like on PS1, PS2, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS5. And then you have them cassettes like Nintendo 64, you know, Sega. So, yeah, it's always full price. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, they're trying to find a way to make more money, and that's the way to do it, digital. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, the gaming industry is gonna be mad different now. Yeah, cherry gelati's pretty good, man. I think it's okay. It's not my favorite though. I remember when back in the day they used to sell green apple gelati. That was the shit, man. And then back in the day, like grocery stores would sell like these Rita's push pops. I remember when I was younger, I would eat a shit ton of those. They were so good. And then they stopped selling them. They were only out for a certain amount of time. I kind of wish the grocery stores in the East Coast would do that stuff for Rita's, you know? Those were very good. Yeah, yeah, I always liked ice cream on a cone, Rita's with sprinkles or Jimmy's or something, you know? Was always pretty good. You gotta keep your FPS at 120. Yeah, maybe you could still play that game. Maybe just make the FPS that way, right? But the food in Arizona is very good. The Mexican food's fire, man. Very good Mexican food here. And the place that me and Anthony went to, the burger place in Tempe, was very good. And me and him are gonna go to Waffle House pretty soon. I can't wait to try that. So I don't think they have that in the East Coast, really. From Mexico? What's up, man? Yeah, I don't live too far from Mexico. Live in Arizona. Yeah, Mexican food's underrated. I need to try more of the Mexican food here. There's a couple places that I like that are near my place. Nice. They have really good margaritas. Yeah, I never had a margarita. I need to try that. I think there's one place I go to, they have a bar, and maybe I'll ask for a margarita while I get some good Mexican grub. Be kind of nice. I get these shakes. They're not really shakes, but they're like these drinks you get. It's kind of like a dessert, and they put like fruit in it. Like they put some like licorice on there, and it tastes so good. It's probably one of the best like Mexican type of drink I ever had. It's good as hell. Mosquito on your burger? Damn, that ain't good, man. That sucks ass, man. Terrible. Yeah, it's the worst feeling when you're having bugs in your food. Yeah, pizza's more of a side. Unless you put a lot of toppings on the pizza, then it's like a main meal. If it's just like plain pizza, yeah, I'll just eat it as like an appetizer. So, I'm in Texas. There's Mexican food everywhere here. Yeah, I believe it in Texas too. Texas probably has a lot of good stuff there also. I believe it, man. Yeah, they need to get their wigs split, yup. Where's the World Health Organization when you need them? Seriously. Yeah, some of you don't ask for or deserve, battle. What you're going through with the health issues. Yeah, if there's a lot of toppings on there, then it's a meal in my opinion. I had pizza where I had a lot of toppings on, and it would keep me full, you know? That's one thing I'll miss about Philly, too, is their pizzas are good, despite New York City or New York having the best pizzas. Philly had some good pizzas also. The cheesesteak pizza is the best in Philly. Man, I would go to this place called Dominic's, and they would sell slices, and I would always get the cheesesteak one, and I would get the chicken and broccoli Alfredo one. It was good as hell. Yeah, greasy's good, though. That's how I like it, greasy. Especially them cheesesteaks in Philly. You feel the grease dripping down your mouth. You're not impressed with the cheesesteak? You must have went to the wrong place, man. Where'd you go, Geno's? So, but yeah, Philly has a lot of good places, man. Definitely need to try it again and get a second opinion. Yeah, the soft pretzels are good as shit, man. That's something I'll miss in Philly, too. Philly soft pretzel. They make them so good, too. I don't know if Arizona can compete with the pretzels from Philly, man. Goodwill Burlington Coat Factory. Yeah, I know Burlington, man. Yeah, it's like next door to like where I'm from, kinda. Kimmy Gibbler, who's that? Yeah, you can't go wrong with a greasy Philly cheesesteak, that's for sure. Yeah, Fishtown's cool. I like Fishtown. That's a cool area in Philly. They have a lot of good nightlife there. There's always a good amount of food. Very walkable. You're near like a Subway to go to other places. It's nice. So, yeah, they're too dry, Massachusetts. Yeah, as they call it, a steak and cheese. They need to call it a cheesesteak and actually make it greasy up there. So, I had a panic attack at a Burlington one time. Damn, how come? What's up, Luke Cox? Mob restaurant. Girlfriend wanted Italian. Damn, I mean, that's kind of like what you're going to get in an Italian restaurant. You're going to get some Italian food. I mean, I would probably fucking ask for Italian hoagie if I was in there. That's something that Arizona don't have. They don't have Italian hoagies either. That's something I miss also. There's this place in Northeast Philly. You would go to like this corner store, and they would have these pre-made Italian hoagies, and they would put this like pepper on the tomatoes, and they would put up a good amount of mayonnaise, lettuce, a little bit of onions on it. Good amount of meat on there. It was good as shit. It was nice. Yeah, there's a lot of good shit in Philly, man. That's why I come to visit, because there's a lot of good shit over there. Yeah, Ocean City, New Jersey. I was there as a kid. I was there as a kid a lot. So I was there like with family, and we would go to these amusement parks, and we would go on the boardwalk and get the fudge and get some seafood there. Yeah, it's kind of more of a family-oriented place. It's very Christian-like. I remember Channel 5 YouTube channel would do like a thing in Ocean City and talk about how Ocean City has very low in crime. And it's very interesting, you know, with that stuff. I can't take too much betrayal, man. I have too much. So I went to Atlantic City with my family, and there was stray cats everywhere. Damn. I could see that. I mean, you're in the city, man. Atlantic City definitely has stray cats. I've been to Atlantic City, too. I went to this place called Beach Glow, and I was going to take some Molly there. And it rained out, unfortunately. I would have tripped while I was on the beach. But I had to go to this place called Lit in Philly and do it there. But I went to Atlantic City for other things too. I won a Michael Jordan jersey playing this basketball game. It was kind of cool. I would have family go to Atlantic City and gamble too, but that's a big gambling spot also. So, but Atlantic City can be kind of sketchy though. You gotta have to watch your back over there, from what I heard. So, nah, I don't smoke cigars, man. Maybe once in a blue moon, but I'm not a big fan, really. The smell is cool, but I'm not crazy about it. Smoking is bad, so is junk food. I don't believe in chemtrails. You know, I don't think they're harming the environment. I think they're just water vapor in the sky from just planes, you know. Yeah, literally. I'm literally sweating without popping a Molly here. So, yeah, Atlantic City has some good music venues. You can go to a concert there. It's nice. That's what's cool about Atlantic City. So, yeah, I need to go back to Ocean City. Yeah, I only did it one time. I liked it, but I didn't like the come down so much. I just wanted to kind of experience it, you know. It was cool doing it with some childhood friends and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, the go-karts I did over there, yeah. I did the bumper cars as well in Ocean City. Those were very fun. I always liked doing the go-karts down there and all that. I like the amusement parks better in Wildwood, New Jersey. You go to the water park, they have more things. You don't have to pay to swim at the beach. I like Wildwood better, but Ocean City's very cool though. It's they're both pretty good. Plastic shark on the beach near the mini golf. I don't know if I remember that part, but I remember it wasn't in Ocean City, but I would be down by the water park in Wildwood. I would go up the big slide, and I would sometimes see I don't know if they were like whales or like dolphins or something, but they would come up from the water and they would dip back in. It was kind of cool. But yeah, I did remember playing a lot of mini golf in Ocean City too. That was kind of fun, you know. Yeah, panic attacks suck. That's why I take medication, so I don't really experience them as much. But before I took medication, I would get them a lot. My heart would race. I feel like I was dying. I would sweat a lot, you know? It sucked. Yeah, I did. I guess it was kind of funny. Like, I was high on the Molly at the place called Lit, and my eyes were dilated. You know, my friend was in the bathroom. He's like, "Yo, dude, your eyes are dark." It's dilated shit, and I couldn't stop smiling. And there was this one big chick. She was staring me down, and I made out with her when I was fucking high. And it was kind of funny because while I was making out with her, the guy was fucking doing the light show. I was paying attention to the lights more than her, you know. It was kind of funny. And I remember doing the light show, like when I was sitting down, the guy would come up to you and it felt like you were inside, like the lights. It was very vivid, you know. So yeah, you went there when you were 10. Yeah, Wildwood's pretty cool, man, with the water park, especially if you're you got like what's it called? It's not like a boogie board, but it's kind of it's something you put you lay prone on your stomach and you have like a mat. You go down the slide. It's pretty cool too, that one. There's ones where you could just chill on the float, you know, on the tube. It's kind of cool. So I remember my friend's friend, he was really into this like rave and shit, and he would always bring in Vicks, and basically he would take the Vicks out of his pocket and he would put it in his finger, and he would tell me, put the Vicks under your eyelids, and it felt like I was seeing clear. It was kind of funny, you know. Yeah, that guy was he was a big raver, that dude. He'd go to Tomorrow World up in Europe. He would candy flip. He would do all kinds of shit. He was trying to be a DJ too. He would come to my house and play some EDM music, and we would all dance to the music in the backyard. It was kind of chill, you know. This was when I wasn't super into EDM, but I was into it at the same time. So yeah. Hit your head at Texas Roadhouse. Damn, that ain't good, man. How come that happened? That's not good, man. Toddler? Damn, yeah, I mean, I guess like you're first trying to walk, you're trying to move around. It's just inevitable that'll happen, I guess, right? Your ex was a raver girl? Yeah, that's a keeper, you know. If she's not toxic, she's very cool to hang out with. That's a keeper. You go to a rave with her, you dance, and you have a good time, you know. That's cool, you know. But obviously you don't want a raver girl that's like up on your business, that's making the relationship worse, and you don't want that, you know. So get annoyed by other people. I mean, yeah, there's people that could be obnoxious when they're going to like a rave or like a big concert like that. Some people could get too intoxicated and bother people too much, you know. But not every concert's like that. I mean, I've been to low-key ones where I went to rap concerts. Like I saw Immortal Technique. That was very chill down in South Philly. I saw Benny the Butcher. That guy was very good, and it was kind of cool because when I was when I went to that concert, I saw a rapper in person. His name was OT The Real. He's like a Philly rapper, and I actually talked to him. I like smoked a cig, and he kind of was closed off a bit. I mean, he looked like he was busy, but he didn't seem like the guy that you want to talk to, you know. But I liked his rap songs. So Yeah, I went to a lot of concerts. I saw Mick Jenkins. He's a good rapper. Um, I saw, I guess while I was seeing Benny the Butcher, I was seeing Philly rappers like Dark, Low, Freeway. I saw Conway the Machine. Um, I saw Dave East. I saw him at a strip club one time with my friend. There's one guy named King Shooter. R.I.P. to him, I guess. Kendrick Lamar I saw. Trying to think of anybody else. Marlon Crab. That was a really good concert. Low key. He had a good amount of fans there, but the tickets were very cheap, and he did a good job at that show. He was very good. So, Seaport Mini Golf at Ocean City. That might sound familiar, man. I might have to look this shit up too, possibly. I definitely did a good amount of mini golf over there, especially by the boardwalk. Oh, that's where the shark was? Yeah, I gotta look it up, man. Let me screenshot that. It makes me curious a little bit. So. Yeah, it was kind of cool when you were walking down the boardwalk, you eat some food, you play some mini golf, you know? It's kind of cool. So. I remember there was this one ride, I don't know if it was in Ocean City or Wildwood, but there would be people going on this, like, sphere looking thing, and it looked scary as shit. Like, you would sit there, and it would launch randomly, super fast, and it would go, like, high up in the air. That was a ride that I didn't want to try. That looked kind of scary, that shit. So. Damn, that's something that you don't deserve or ask for, the anhedonia, man. It's hard when you're trying to enjoy, like, say, being in Ocean City, you don't feel the pleasure. It just feels like you're numb, you know? That shit sucks. Yeah, it does. Yep. Usually, it stems from other things, like you're really depressed or you have other mental health going on or other life stresses, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's something else. Yeah, I get apathy too. I think a lot of times apathy can stem from, like, how people treat you, and they make you feel like you're gonna doubt yourself and you don't know your worth, you know? They make you they make you have low self-esteem, and doesn't make you feel like not motivated to do certain things, you know? So, yeah, anhedonia sucks, man. Anhedonia could come from medications you take too. Like, if you lose your sex drive, like, that's like basically anhedonia. Like, you feel like you're a zombie. You don't feel like you have emotions. It fucking sucks. Oh yeah, it's so fun having, like, a mental illness, man. I love taking medication every morning. I love seeing my psychiatrist. It's someone to talk to, and I love taking my blood work because I just love when the nurse, like, takes out my blood. It's just so interesting, and I love paying for my medication too. It's so much fun. Yeah, you feel like a walking dead body? Yep, pretty much, man. A lot of times. Like, medication can help people, but it takes a while, you know? There's times where medication isn't the answer, you know what I mean? I feel like not everybody needs to take medication to treat what's going on in their life. Some of this shit could be situational. Some of it can be like they could do natural things to get better, you know? So, going trick-or-treating? Nice, man. You gotta get some good candy out of that. Jolly Ranchers, you got your Snickers bars, Swedish Fish, all that stuff. Never taken meds? Yeah, I mean, if you don't need them, I'll say you don't need to take them, but if you feel like you want to try them, it can help possibly. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I have to take my bipolar meds, unfortunately. If I don't, I go nuts, you know? Like, I had a really bad manic episode 3 years ago, and it got worse when I forgot my medication going to another country, and I my circadian rhythm, like with my sleep, was off, and I was more manic than ever, even more manic. So it sucks, you know. I wish I just never took medication, but I have to take them now. Went through 5 side effects and then doing it to get benefit. Gonna carry on. Yeah, man. I mean, if they don't help, can't take them, you know. Yeah, it's possible, man. These medications can give you anhedonia. It's a side effect. Yeah, medication won't pay my bills. It won't help me get a better job. I mean, what's the point of medication? What's up, Sage? Yeah, yep. I can't go without them, unfortunately. It sucks. Like, every time I moved, like when I moved to South Dakota, I had to find a psychiatrist right away. It took me a while to get a psychiatrist and get medication going. I guess one good thing when I moved to Arizona, it was fast. I actually found a psychiatrist quick. I got health insurance quick, and I was able to get my medication. They actually sell medication for 3 months straight, you know? I wouldn't have to go every month and get a month of my medication. Like, I can get like a 3-month supply, you know? Which is good, you know? So yeah, it sucks when you feel manic. You feel like you're on top of the world. You feel very confident and stuff, and you get impulsive with money, and you take some risky decisions like having sex, or like you get very irritated, and you get very moody, and then when you get to that depression episode, it's like you crash, like how you drank like 2 or 3 monsters in one sitting, and now you're stuck, you know. That's kind of how I was when I lived in Philly. I was so depressed I couldn't even get up out of bed, and it was really bad, you know. I lost all my savings and everything. It sucked, and then I had to take other medication to kind of balance out my moods, you know, and that was hell too. They weren't helping me. Like, I worked my ass off to try to get ripped, and then I lost it when I took those medications and slowed my metabolism down. It sucked, you know. So, like, people think having mania is awesome. It really isn't, you know, because you get the depression, you know. Now I get kind of mixed states now. I don't really get full-blown mania. I haven't had that problem since 3 years ago. So, always in trouble in elementary school and got in big trouble. Damn, man, what'd you do? Yeah, it was easier to get meds in Arizona, I'll say. The healthcare in Arizona is cheaper too. It's kind of surprising when South Dakota is like a cheaper state to live in, but healthcare wise, it was very expensive. I was paying almost $200 a month on health insurance, and I was paying like 30-40 bucks on medication. Here I'm paying like 80 bucks a month for health insurance, and I'm only paying like 5-10 bucks for medication, despite the cost of living being higher here, you know. So yeah, it is fun, man. You feel like you're on top of the world. You feel very confident. Um, you feel very happy. It's unusual, you know. It doesn't feel normal, and you get irritated. You can get angry easily at the same time. You lose a lot of sleep when you're manic. You feel like you don't need much sleep, and that's a problem. That's why I need to have good sleep. So if I don't get good sleep, I can get a episode, you know. I guess another thing too is if I'm manic and I'm experiencing other shit, right? Um, like at a workplace, If it's stressful, it won't be good, you know? So,
Excuse me.
what's up, man?
No, cargador.
Oh, the time?
Yes. Please.
It's 7:15. That's what time it is.
No,
Oh, your phone is...
cargador. Ahí es power de...
I don't have a charger on me, man.
No?
No. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. You're at Cracker Barrel. Some random kid walked up to our booth and coughed. I was so mad the parents laughed. Damn, he probably was sick or something, possibly. Yeah, I mean, not everybody knows everything about that stuff, you know? I mean, I know a good amount because I kind of have to know. I have to know my triggers and, like, what's going to set off mania and things like that because it's dangerous, you know? It's, even the mixed states, even the depression, you know? So, yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, I have ups and downs at times, so... I'll pay $200 for health insurance. Damn, that's expensive, man. That's fucking too much. Coming from a company, too. They take a lot out of it. It better be good health insurance, man. The reason why I don't get health insurance from a company, too, because since I usually have a hard time keeping jobs, it seems pointless, you know? I rather just get my own health insurance. But the con with that is, like the more older you get, the more expensive it is. So that's why people prefer getting health insurance from a company, you know, but that's why I try to get my own, basically. Yeah, I'm all right, man. 7:45, I mean, it says 7:17. Try to mug you, yeah, that's why I gotta be careful of people out here, you know. That guy said his phone is dead, you know. He said that he needs a charger, and, you know, just kind of weird, you know. Yeah, I don't think I'm leaving Arizona for a while, man. To be honest with you, Miles. I'm here to stay for a while. So, I ain't leaving anytime soon. Like, I like a lot of things here. So, yeah, that's why I have social anxiety. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. People can make you feel anxious at times. Who will win the fist fight? I don't know, man. It's tough. I'll say, my Lord and Savior, Jesus, the Almighty, will win. Jesus would come back and resurrect from the dead when it gets knocked out. I mean, Allah can't do that, you know? So that's why I say Jesus. Yeah, you pay out of pocket. Yeah. Sometimes these copays can be too much. Sometimes the copays ain't even worth it, you know? But for me, like, I pay copays for my medication, for example. So it seems worth it to me with my health insurance. Psychotic episodes of mania for a huge period of time. Yeah, that could be bipolar, man, because you can have psychotic episodes. You could hallucinate when you experience a manic episode. You can feel that's what I was diagnosed with first. I was diagnosed with psychosis. And they didn't know what I had, so over time they found the right diagnosis with me. So yeah, best to get tested though. If you want to be sure, best to get tested for it. So the disciples, the second coming, it's written by humans, man. Praise your Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah, Philly Fanatic wants me back in the 215, so the Philly Fanatic can steal my lunch. It could steal my cheesesteak. It could steal my hot dog. I'll say this to Philly Fanatic: I quit the job. I'm moving back to Arizona. So, Yeah, see, like, it's a huge stigma, mental health, right? Like, it should be taken more seriously. Like, if your bipolar affects your employment, you know, it's not easy to, like, work, you know? It gets to the point where you may have to be on benefits, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know? Yeah, remember you telling me about Northeast, man. It's crazy how you were living pretty close to where I'm from, you know? It's crazy. Keep your Christianity between you and Jesus. Yeah, that's what that guy needs. Needs to mind his own business in the chat with that. Yeah, John Rose pork. Yeah, that's like in that's kind of like in Philly somewhere, like southeast Philly somewhere. I never tried their cheesesteak. I need to try it one of these days. So, I mean, I did have people steal my food, Rohai. Uh, like I will shot here. There we go. I kept pressing the volume down when I'm screenshot. Yeah, I know that feeling, man. I experienced that real high, so I'll definitely do a video on that. So, no, I stayed in my room all day and I watched a lot of negativity. I uh, I was talking to Satan in the bathroom all day. I wasn't going to church. I was not going on one knee and talking to Jesus. I don't have time for that, man. I just don't have time. Yeah, WrestleMania is cool. I used to watch WWE. That's cool. Yeah, it slipped out of my hand, so then the Philly Fanatic went down and ate it like a dog, basically. Yeah, I feel that, visionary. I usually have a hard time keeping shit too, you know? And that shit ain't easy. Um, I don't know how people keep it either, their jobs. I guess people can tolerate it, but there's certain things that don't affect their life with things, and people that have unnecessary struggles deal with that, you know? Yeah, they need to get their wigs split, exactly. Yep, absolutely. Stealing food. Yeah, God's messing the live up. God is testing me because God is trying to see how holy I am, and I'm really not, you know? Yeah, like that guy. Yeah, I don't give a shit though, you know? I really, that's understandable. Like, going outside, doing your thing, and people coming out, that is kind of annoying, but to me, I don't give a shit. Uh, as long as it doesn't go too far, then yeah, I'm not gonna like that, you know? So, what's up, Kia? What's up, Waffle Power? El Diablo guy. I remember you tell me about that guy. That guy sounds like a weird troll or something. Has no life and trying to start shit with people in the comments, you know? So, oh yeah, man. I mean, I had a roommate that stole my chicken. He stole my chicken 2 fucking times. And that was basically my first 2 weeks of living there. And it got to the point where I had to buy a fridge at Lowe's and put it in my room, and that sucked because that drew a lot of mice, and mice were crawling in my room. I thought I was getting kind of paranoid when I was sleeping. I thought a mouse was gonna crawl under my covers and shit. And yeah, that sucks when you have coworkers trying to do that too. I mean, like, get your own food, you know? You were getting a paycheck. I mean, you should have money to get food, you know? Yeah, they would be a monk. Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to follow Jesus and God, they should keep it to themselves, you know? They shouldn't shove it in people's faces. So, how's the car? It's better now. It's up and running. I recently put an oil change in my car, so that was needed. Have a new battery, a new alternator. I mean, hopefully nothing bad happens, you know. It made my money a lot more tight, but it sucks. I have to work to get my savings again, but that's what I have to do. And, you know, I guess that's part of life. I guess you have car problems, you have to have money to fix it, you know. And it fucking sucks. Um, yeah, that was very stressful, that's for sure. Especially, I had a car issue. Uh, the first one was kind of my fault because I put in too much air in my tires from that one day I went to this deserted road in a campsite, and I thought I was gonna get stuck down this trail. It had rocks and shit like that. I went the wrong way, and I wanted to go this one place called the Bell Trail to get to the swim spot, and it was just bad, and my tire indicator went on, and I put in air, and I thought my pressure gauge little device I had was right, and it wasn't, you know? And I put in too much air, and it popped when I came home from work that one day. And it blew up the rear bumper of my car a little bit. And I had to pay like $1,000 to fix that. It's good I had full coverage. You know, if I didn't have that, I would have to pay way more, you know? I had to go to a collision repair and get that done. I had to go to a mechanic to get my tire alignment. And it just sucked because then a month and a half later, I have this problem with the battery. And then it stressed me out, you know? But, you know, so. Yeah, you never know with someone else's food. You're right, Rohai. It could be contaminated. You never know, like, if you could be allergic to something with their food, right? If you're allergic to, like, peanuts or something, they put some sort of peanut butter or peanuts in there. You could get sick, you know? Yeah, it's smart, you know? It's best to just eat your own food. I mean, luckily, with my job, I work by myself. I just eat my own stuff, you know? I make my own little meal from home, and that's what I do, you know? And luckily, my roommate doesn't eat my stuff. It was kind of weird how my landlord is considered the landlord. It was kind of weird him asking, can you make me food? I was like, I didn't really want to because I'm budgeting my money with groceries. I don't make all that much money, you know? And it was kind of awkward, you know? But it's kind of a weird situation since he's a landlord and stuff like that. But he's not really a bad roommate, but I have some issues with him with, like, communication and boundaries, and I think he's getting better with that, though. And I guess I could do more of my part, but it's something else. It's one thing what I miss about South Dakota was my own apartment. I do wish I had my own place again, but couldn't stand the environment there. So yeah, I don't have time for Jesus. I have time for Satan, though, dude. I mean, there's so much time in a day. I mean, I prefer negativity. Yeah, you could be allergic to their food and they're stealing it. Yeah, it doesn't sound smart, you know? So, yeah, from a store, but from someone else, yeah, that's different. Yeah, exactly. It's different because at the store, like 90% of the time, there's nothing wrong with it, you know? But when you're taking it from someone else, that's just a problem, you know? So, yeah, it is a prison term. People need to get their wigs split in real life also. Yeah, I enjoy listening to music, man. I mean, I was just talking about the concerts I've been to. I listen to a lot of lo-fi house, techno, rap, classic rock, ambient music, synthwave. Um, I listen to all kinds of music, man. Pesto pasta chicken when Bstevie is like, I'll steal that from you, man. That's some good shit. Yeah, that guy stole my chicken. Yep, he stole it twice, and I had to basically warn him. Basically, something's gonna happen to you if you're gonna do that, you know. And he stopped. You know, he was scared of me. You know, I guess I was intimidating to him or something. Yeah, they like to throw still in the food. Yeah, it makes him feel like a tough guy or something. Agency maybe tomorrow, probably. Could use the money. Yeah, hopefully you find something at the agency, man. I guess while you're doing that, and I guess it's good to go on Indeed and other things too, you know? Try everything, I guess. Yeah, I mean, even like atheism, I mean, you can't shove like your beliefs onto people and force your worldview onto others. It's up for them to decide, you know? You can't just do that type of shit. They want to see you upset and hungry, Steve? Yeah, I guess those roommates I had, yeah. They would always cook some Indian food all the time with my chicken. It was funny because the one guy would call me downstairs and he would say, "Do you want to try my food?" And I knew there was some of my food in there, you know? So, oh, that's cool, man. What kind of music's like that? Like classic rock or something? Yeah, they are the worst humans, man. Stealing food isn't cool from people. Oh, man, I mean, I'm not going to compare, Rohai. Eating all your food and eating bite marks really sucks, you know? I'm not going to lie. I did steal food when I was in college before. I'm not going to say I'm innocent. I was drunk one time and uh, I came home from like a frat party or some shit. And I went to my apartment and I saw a banana and I chugged a little bit of the buffalo sauce, you know? I was drunk as hell, you know? And that wasn't cool, you know? I had to be like, I got to stop doing type of shit like that. So, uh, you gotta go to the bathroom. That means if you farted, man. You still recover from the colon? Yeah, that definitely isn't easy, man. Colon cancer is very hard to deal with. If it's like neglected for a while, it can spread to other organs, you know? That ain't good, you know? Yeah, yep. Don't want to bring a kid in this world and your kid can be a criminal. It could be going to prison, you know? Yeah, music is life, man. Yep. Yeah, they are a business, yep. They want to keep people in there and they make money off it. It can be corrupt, that's for sure, to keep people in prison. Yeah, it's a profit. It's a lot of money involved. Yeah, because I don't believe in karma literally, you know, in a religion sense, but karma's gonna hit that person, you know, and they're gonna get their consequences. Yeah, you like the house music too, right? I remember I showed you a couple songs and you were really into it, man. It's cool that you like it. It's very, it's weird. It's like calm and relaxing, but at the same time, it feels like you have this energy, you know, at the same time. That's why I like that lo-fi house. Damn, that's terrible, man. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, hopefully you can find something. It's definitely not easy finding, like, work, you know? Yeah, a lot of Christians do. I mean, Jehovah Witnesses, you go on the streets and they try to preach their religion to you and it gets annoying, you know? What about, like, those Israelites, you know, they speak about hate on white people, you know, and they say a bunch of hate on the streets and they want to shove their religion onto people, you know? So, yeah, I remember I listened to some of the Frank Sinatra you showed me. That was good too, man. Um, there was a song that you would play in your videos. That was very good with the piano. I still listen to that, man. It's makes you self-reflect and kind of, you know, it's like calming. Yeah, the rap nowadays isn't that good, you know. So, I'm sorry, I don't have money. Yeah, I stole your chicken, dude. It's in my tummy. Yeah, that's what happens when you eat a lot. You're gonna fart, man. Sometimes when you eat too much, you fart. You may shit yourself. That happened to me a couple weeks ago, actually, unfortunately. So, yeah, I chugged some buffalo sauce when I was drunk. Yep. I didn't really feel it that much because I was pretty wasted, you know. I went in the fridge and I chugged it. I felt like a dick to those roommates. They didn't like me that much, anyways. I remember I would speak loudly. I would do negative self-talk to myself, and one roommate heard me, and he never treated me good after that. It was just I was very insecure about a lot of stuff when I went to college, and I would talk to myself because it felt more comfortable, and he heard the things I would say, and he didn't like me, you know. You got colon cancer? Damn, man. Yeah, it affects you when you're older. They say when you're like 34, 35, you need to get a colonoscopy to make sure that you don't suffer through it. I remember when from Red Pill Option would talk about why young people would have health problems. He would say that younger people are getting more diagnosed with cancer, especially with colon cancer. And it's unusual, you know, and I guess you can blame the foods. Like, there's a lot of bad food out there, and I guess genetics and pollution, like all that stuff, you know. So, yeah, it did. Buffalo sauce and a banana ain't a good combo, really. I was drunk, man. Yeah, it was a weird combo. I was wasted from that. I was an idiot. Yeah, it's like a form of revenge, you know, trying to anticipate karma onto people. I mean, if they keep doing bad decisions and they somehow get away with it, eventually it's determined something's going to happen, you know. It's not from God and reap their soul, you know. So it's like kind of like how someone is drinking alcohol and they don't uh, get the consequences right away, but if they keep doing it, something's going to happen. They may decide to go behind the wheel and get a DUI, or maybe they get in a fight with somebody, or whatever it is, you know. So, damn, can't handle it. Damn, that's terrible, Anthony. Yeah, the Christian cults are the worst. Yeah, they like to shove it in your face. I mean, I guess especially in America, we're living in a Christian country, and it's annoying, you know, when people get like that, basically. It's not a good game. How come it's not good, Anthony? Damn, it had issues in crashing. That ain't good, man. That's terrible. Yeah, maybe it's just the game in general. Just got too many bugs. Yeah. The more older you get, it seems like time flies by faster. I mean, ever since I turned 30, it became pretty fast. I'm almost going to be 32 years old um, in a couple months. It's kind of going fast a little bit. I thought Groundhog Day was in February. Yeah, it is hard, man. I mean, I never grew up in poverty, and I will never understand that, you know. Um, yeah, especially when you're at a young age and you're surrounded like with the product with your environment, and you don't have the right supportive parents to help you financially, and maybe they're worse, like they abuse you in ways, and it's not easy getting out, you know. That definitely isn't. Yeah, I'm doing it on my downtime when I'm bored, you know, something to do, you know, doing videos on my own. I mean, it's something to do, I guess, right? Yeah, trashy games involve trashy people in it. Yeah, I like drinking alcohol, but I can't drink a shit ton like I used to because of my meds. The only time I can drink is to get a tiny buzz, and that's about it, you know. I can't do it to where I'm shit-faced and, you know, it could cause too many problems for me. I did it a lot of times in college, though. I used to blackout drink all the time. There was times where I would drink so much to the point where I would wake up in people's backyards, and there's times where I would drink and I would get punched. I did something stupid, you know, or I guess the most I drank recently was when I was living with my brother. I had that really bad manic episode, and it made my mania worse, you know. So yeah, I feel that, man. Try to calm the nerves and from the coworkers and the workload. I get you, man. So game has so much bug and issues. Cost me $30 right now. Yeah, that sucks, man. Gaming fucking costs a lot of money. So yeah, I do know what it's like, you know. I do know what it's like to be poor, you know. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm poor to the point where, like, I'm gonna be on the streets, but I don't have enough money to be comfortable, if that makes sense, you know. I feel like when I lived in South Dakota, I felt like I was living pretty good, you know. The cost of living was low, and I wasn't struggling as much despite, like, being unstable, working, you know. But here, the cost of living's higher, and I definitely have to be more frugal on how I spend my money, you know. So, drank tonight? What'd you drink, man? Yeah, I can't be like Jimmy from Sonic, man. I can't do that shit no more. Who's Hugh Jazz? Who's that? I'm not sure who that is. Evana Tankle? Are they like musicians? So yeah, I mean, even if you like never grew up in poverty or grew up poor and you become an adult, you are poor, you know. It's not easy to get out of that too, also, you know. Um, because maybe like you did have supportive parents and they pass away, or maybe you don't, they don't help you. And I guess like when you have a lot of responsibilities, you have a lot of bills, expenses, right? It can be a challenge, you know. I mean, I guess it's possible to get out, but it's not easy, you know. So Scorpion Bull and White Claw. Yeah, I don't like White Claw by itself. I had that before. It's kind of, it's not the best, you know. But what's a Scorpion Bull like? I never had that. Yeah, it'd be cool if Antonio made videos again. I mean, I understand if he doesn't want to, you know, but be cool, right? But I understand it, though. It's not easy making videos. Like, people want to see your downfall all the time, and people harshly criticize too much, you know. It's something else, you know. Coffee and liquor. Yeah, you got that energy, man. While feel like you can talk. Yeah. Is that what it is? Like the Scorpion Bull? Hmm. Do I have to go to a Chinese restaurant specifically to get that drink? Or can I go anywhere to get it? Yeah, I get it, Antonio. I mean, there's too much drama doing these type of videos. Even I get fucking tired at times doing it with the second channel, you know? I just try not to absorb it like I did last time, you know? It's too much. It takes some work to do these type of videos at times. Oh, Sandy Machine. Oh, that's who El Diablo is. I know who that is. Yeah, he did come to my channel. This channel, especially. He was talking crap on me. he talked a lot of crap to Red Pill Option. He didn't do anything wrong. All because he makes similar content to him doesn't mean he's plagiarizing. Like, get out of here, dude. I remember Sandy Machine was doing this to you, Antonio. That's just pathetic. I guess he's doing it to Born a Corrupt System now. That guy is a hater, man. Yeah, I have to go to a Chinese restaurant. Yeah, maybe I have to try it out. Me screenshot that. Make sure I know how to screenshot first. Scorpion Bowl. Let's see. Go up more here. Oh yeah, I missed it. Hold on. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'll see if I could try that out. Go to a Chinese restaurant. I'll order some. I'll let you know. Yeah, people get bent out of shape over nothing a lot of times too. Especially with the doomer type of black pill content too. I mean, there's a lot, not everyone's like that on there, but there's a lot of people that get mad at what kind of hobbies you do. You know, it's a cope, it's something that you go through, you know. People get weirded out by that shit a lot of times. Yeah, you gotta be careful with it, yeah. It can mess with your mental health a lot of times. I mean, my mental health wasn't great when I deleted my old channel. It wasn't just because of the YouTube. It was the situation with my dad and what I was going through, and my headspace wasn't there, you know. And it was tough. It was tough right there. Who's Mike Raj? Who's that? Mushroom Coyote. Yeah, I know who that is. Yep. I knew Mushroom Coyote since I started my old channel. I know who that is. Yeah, it gets overwhelming. Yeah, I mean, I still see it on the YouTube. You know, it gets too overwhelming dealing with the people. I'm kind of like that type of YouTuber that likes to interact, and if you absorb too much of the people on there, it can get to you. You know, that's fucking what happened to me. I mean, if I didn't want to do that, I would have to be like Born a Corrupt System. That's basically what you have to be like, pretty much. Nope, I don't know who that is, really. Not sure. Yeah, April Fool's comment, Born a Corrupt. Damn, that's terrible. Yeah, there's a lot of people hating, you know. Yeah, I like Born a Corrupt System. I don't really watch his videos anymore because I kind of know what he talks about ever since I watched him from the beginning. He made me start my channel and start YouTube in general. He used to comment on my old videos as well. Yeah, he's cool. I like him. It's just I can't watch him because it can be repetitive at times. But he says a lot of truth in it, in his videos. So, you're messing. Imagine if I knew everybody. That would be a fucking skill, you know, if I knew every person in the world. Do you know Bendover? Yeah, that's my boss. That's his name, Bendover. So, yeah, a bunch of haters all the time. Yeah, it can be fucking irritating, man. People need to, like, keep to themselves, you know? Yeah, you're real, man. You speak the truth, and I hung out with you, too. You say some truth in person, also, so... Yeah, some fucking random names. Yeah, he went dead. I remember his channel a little bit. I remember his channel. Yeah, I like Amanda. I'll lick Amanda right there. Yeah, me and Anthony been eating good in Arizona. He's been showing me around. Showing me around the food spots. Yeah, I mean, I never really watched her channel that much, but she did talk about a lot of the anti-nihilism stuff. So, yeah, Paul's rat race left because he didn't like the people. That's the biggest reason, from what I heard. Yeah, November. Yeah, that's when Santa's coming. And hopefully you don't get your coal. Yeah, them dancers wanted money. Yep. This one last dancer, me and Anthony were sitting in the front row, and she was disappointed that we were a tough crowd, and she's like, "Anybody got some change?" And then I told her, like, "You can crash on my lap. It's free of charge, you know." And she didn't like that. She just gave me a weird look because I didn't like their attitude. They just didn't seem welcoming. They just, you know, it was just annoying. I was just there to chill with Anthony, have some good talks, and watch some dancers, you know? I mean, I went to strip clubs where I didn't have to pay for a lap dance. I didn't have to throw ones, and I actually was talking to these strippers and had a good conversation, you know? I mean, maybe they're going through hard times. They probably need the money with the cost of living. I don't know. But they were passive aggressive. They were probably the most entitled strippers I ever fucking interacted with. That that strip club never again. No. So hope Santa comes. Yeah. I mean, I believe in Saint Nick more than Jesus. That's for sure. Yeah, Boyle's Rat Race said a lot of truth in his videos. He spoke a lot of facts about life. I watched a lot of his videos. Yeah, friends and pizza. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Some good friends and some good food. Why not? Yeah, there's a lot of decent people that made channels back then. I actually watched a good amount of them. Obviously, Antonio, I watched a lot of his. Born a Corrupt System, Pointless Rat Race. Uh, I was watching a good amount of Mark Antonialis at that time. I was watching Loon. I think Loon was a little later, actually. Um, Sean Galaxy, I was watching. Um, I was watching Cardinal Consideration, that guy. Um, there's this one girl, Tiara, I was watching. She made videos and stopped. I guess Chris Williams. I guess Antonail's Witch, I was watching her. T Sizzle, I think he was starting to make videos. Drop a Melancholy. I mean, you had a lot of people. Yeah, I like Sean Galaxy. I was binge watching him when I first started. He was on my channel for a little bit. He had a lot of good things to say, and I don't know how he basically stopped doing it too. I wonder why he stopped. Um, yeah, there's a lot of good channels. I mean, there was another guy too. I can't think of the top of my head. Yeah, Tia Rose. That's her name. Yep, that's her name. I watched her too. She was a good channel. I was thinking of what her name was, and that's her name right there. Um, yeah. Yeah, that's when it was like, yeah, you had a toxic audience, but it wasn't that bad back then. It was actually more chill with the channels. And then when 2024 hit, it became worse with that. When like the anti-nihilism and stuff got more exposed, you know. So, is that a channel, Antonio? I don't know if I ever heard of her. But I'm trying to think of others. I mean, I know there was other channels I wasn't crazy about, like No Brains Head. I mean, I'm not crazy about that channel. Still not. Um, I mean, you have the Friendly Anti-Nihilist. You have that one. You have I Doubt It. That was another one. I guess you had Amanda. I mean, I remember when I first made these anti-nihilist videos, she commented on my videos. Yeah. Yeah, now it's like Reddit. Yep. It's like as toxic as Reddit, anti-nihilism nowadays. Nowadays, you have a whole bunch of people trying to make these type of videos now. Yeah, I did used to watch No Brain's Head. I actually agreed with like what No Brain's Head was talking about on there, you know? Yeah, right to... Yeah, that one too. Yep. I watched that also. Stop Having Kids. That's another one. That one's still pretty good. Not crazy about all those videos, but you know. Yeah, JB. That's another one too. Yep. That's another channel. Yeah, yep. I mean, you had Jay Flamin'. That's a good channel, you know. I don't see that person making many videos, but I used to watch him a little bit. Yeah, yep. That was from the right to no longer live one too. Yeah, Ethel Blaze, yep. I mean, you had what's that other guy's name? Rita McLeod, you had him. I mean, you had a lot of channels back then. I mean, I watched a whole bunch of them. It's different nowadays, though. It's getting... You're starting to have, like, more and more people on there. It's, you know... Oh, yeah, I'm not really sure. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. What's that guy's name? Damn, he had a mustache or something. What's that guy's name? Damn. Man, I can't think of his name. Yeah, now it's too extreme, yep. That's why I'm not about that on this channel, you know? So... Yeah, I mean, can't help everybody, you know? If you have to focus on yourself, your life will get better in a lot of ways. Yeah, that's... You know who I'm talking about, Antonio. Yep. It's that guy, yep. Forget his name, though. Yeah, I was, like, when I did, like, my channel, I was mostly an anti-nihilist, and all of a sudden I had a lot of black pill people go on my channel. It wasn't really meant for that, really. I was never meant to be, like, a black pill channel. Maybe some of my videos where I say, like, I never had a girlfriend, or certain things about dating, or I guess life in general, it attracted those people, you know? But I was mostly an anti-nihilist. I was thinking about all the reasons why it's selfish to have kids and what they can go through and stuff like that. But I'm trying to make that channel kind of more different too, in a lot of ways. So, yeah, yep. People can cause too many problems, yep. I know when I tried to hang out with people back in the day, I wasted my time with them because they were fake, you know? Yeah, I don't like the misogyny either, man. I think it goes too far. I think the black pill content nowadays, too, is even more misogynistic. It's hard to find good black pill channels that aren't so focused on hating women, you know? Like, yeah, it's shallow. People go by shallow reasons on, like, attraction or things like that, but it goes too far, you know? I'm not about that either, man. And especially if you consider yourself an anti-nihilist and you act like a misogynist, that doesn't make sense, you know? That doesn't really correlate to me, you know? But yeah, I mean, the anti-nihilism gets toxic when you have toxic black pill shit involved and you have toxic feminism on there. And then you just have people that go too extreme with it, you know? That's when it becomes too toxic, you know? So, yeah, it's why you're picky with black pill content. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. There's not a lot of good black pill channels. I mean, the one guy I like to watch is Javel the Doomer. That guy is a black pill channel, and he's very good. He speaks a lot of facts. He's not hateful. He talks about many different things. Him, Savvy Guy, and trying to think of another. I guess Raymond, but Raymond could kind of, he can kind of go a little too far, but his channel's deleted. So it's hard to find those type of people that aren't so hateful, you know? Yeah, they do need to get their wigs split. It's hard to talk in this video when they're like that. Oh yeah, DBDR, yep. I watched a couple of his videos. He was actually a good one too. He's a good channel as well. Yeah, Renegade #1. I never watched his videos that much, but I heard a lot of good things about him. He passed away from what I heard of too, from stuff. Yeah, he has some funny stories. It sucks that he had to deal with helicopter parents, and I heard he's in Iowa right now. He's working at a warehouse, and I heard from what he's saying he's trying to be a truck driver or some shit. So yeah, yep, that's what I heard. Couldn't take it no more. It's overwhelming, this life, you know? Yeah, they talk about women constantly. Yeah, a lot of it's projecting their insecurities. That's the problem with black pill content. There's a lot of people that just project their insecurities and they want to hate. And that isn't cool, you know? I don't like watching a lot of those. So, yeah, he's becoming a truck driver. He's trying to make more money doing that. It's good for him, you know? Hopefully it works out. Yeah, his mom was basically a narcissist. Basically went in his room and was snooping around his stuff and basically gave him a curfew, and that shit sucks, you know? So, yeah, you don't deserve or ask for that, Rohai. The struggle that you've been through and the things that you had to do to get to where you're at, you know? It's unnecessary, right? So, yeah, a lot of it could be just like entitlement, you know? I mean, there's nothing wrong with like talking about relationships, talking about like the dating market and things like that, you know, but people could just go too far, you know? That's what I think. Yeah, stuck in a struggle that's unnecessary, yep. Stuck, and they try their best to get out, and they get these roadblocks. That sucks, you know? Hayden Panettiere passed away? Damn. I used to watch her on that one movie. It was called Remember the Titans. She was like a kid, and it was like she was like a big part of that movie, and she's pretty attractive too, I'm not gonna lie. Damn, that sucks. Damn. Wonder how that happened. Yeah, your parents are strict, Sage. They try to force you into church. They try to make you look bad if you don't want to go, and that's a strict household, man. That sucks ass. I mean, it sucks working, but at least like you get away from your parents on Sunday and go to work instead of going to that church you don't want to go to, you know? So you're rolling around the grass, kind of like this. I don't blame you, man. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, my phone's gonna die soon, so that means the live's gonna end soon. I might run tonight, so even though I'm smoking some cigs, I might try to run a good amount. So, I mean, it's not just the black pill content. The doomer content can be toxic as well. Like people saying my suffering is worse than yours, and if you're improving your life, it's benefiting you. Like they think they hate you for that. They get jealous. There's a lot of doomers out there that just want to see at your downfall some more. I mean, I don't like those people, you know. I get those type of people on my YouTube at times, and you can't absorb those type of people, you know. with that shit. Yeah, at least it gives you the freedom, be away from the house. Yeah, that's what's good about that, man. You don't have to deal with those fucking parents, you know? Yeah, they want to make it a suffering Olympics, a suffering contest. And then they think your depression isn't real when, like, you know, if you're high functioning or just you're not the stereotypical doomer, you know? Like, it's... I don't like a lot of those channels either. It's toxic. Not all of them are bad. There's one that, like Javel the Doomer, for example. He's kind of like a doomer channel as well, and he's not toxic with his shit. So, yeah, people are crazy, yo. A lot of people are. You spend so much time caring for people, it can drain you, you know, because it can... You care for people and you put all this energy out on them, it can burn you out, you know? Like, it's good to have empathy towards people, but if they're not reciprocating back, then what's the point, you know? So, that, or they want to get mad when you are hyper-focused on the world's problems, like, I'm just one dude. Yeah, right. They expect you to fix the world problems, you know, and there's only certain things you can only do. Like, you can only complain about things that you can't change, and, you know, it's just something else, you know? Yeah, he's probably the only doomer channel I like, man. Javel the Doomer, Black Pill guy. I like to talk to him on the Discord at times. I don't do it all the time that much because I'm busy, but he's very reasonable dude, I'll say. He could speak a lot of truth, and some of it can be uncomfortable, but he doesn't want to put you down at the same time, you know? So, go back to the grocery store job I wasn't happy at. I've been applying to other jobs. Damn, that sucks, man. That's terrible that you're having a hard time keeping a job. It's not easy, like, getting those interviews. It's not easy finding that right job for you, you know? It fucking sucks. So, yeah, I mean, I get it, Rohai, you know? I mean, I wouldn't want to put people down if they're not doing well in life, you know? But, you know, you can't only help so many people, I guess, you know? Yeah, I mean, I don't try to put people down, you know? I mean, I get depressed in my videos. I'm not gonna lie. I do. There's videos where I am depressed, you know, even my old channel. But I don't like to put people down and, like, try to tell people, like, to give up constantly, you know? I'm just not like that. I try to find solutions if there is some, you know, that are realistic, and I just don't like to be that type of person, you know? So, yeah, I mean, if they brought it on themselves, they don't want to do anything to change their situation, then you can't help your sister and your dad, man. So, like, trust me, I get mad. I get angry, you know, but I don't try to... I don't try to do it on my videos, you know? It just doesn't... Especially when other people are going through shit, to be honest with you. It's not a good thing, you know? It's like some personal things I have to deal with on my own at times, you know? So, yeah, I feel that, man. It's hard to cope with this world when this world is very stressful. It's hard to get a job, and it's hard to keep a job, or it's hard living in toxic living situations. It's not easy, you know? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, that doesn't sound right. They made your life harder. They made you struggle. Why do they feel like they're entitled for you to help them out, you know? It doesn't work that way. Probably do one more cig, and then that's probably it for me. But, yeah, it's... Yeah, the doomer shit, the black pill shit can be toxic, and there's not a lot of good channels out there. A lot of it's hate. A lot of it's like comparing. That's another thing too. A lot of black pill people like to compare themselves to others too, and they want to compare themselves how attractive a person is, or how they're better than somebody, and compare their lives to others. And there's jealousy, there's envy. I don't like that type of shit either, you know. That's what I see a lot in like black pill shit and doomer stuff, you know. Not all of them are like that, you know, but there's a good amount of people that do this type of shit as well, you know. All right, it's good talking to you, Antonio. Be cool to catch you on my live streams again. Hopefully things are going well for you. And have a good night, man. Yeah, tired of human nature and society. I feel you, man. There's a lot of people that aren't on your side. They want to put you down. They gaslight you. I mean, I get it, man. Yeah, I mean, it's good to have hope. I mean, if you feel like you're capable of doing something, there's nothing wrong with putting those efforts, you know? And yeah, luck is into play, you know, but it's worth the effort if it's going to help you out, you know? Yeah, they could be intense with their emotions. They can manipulate you with their emotions as well, and it can make you feel like shit, basically. So, it's something else. Yeah, I mean, you try to do things that you're capable of doing, and if it's too much, it's too stressful, there's nothing wrong with giving up on stuff, you know? You just try your best. That's all you can do in this life, you know? That's all you can do. Yeah, I don't like that shit too. They always say it's ogre, or they say like, you know, it's just self-defeatist type of shit too much, you know. I don't know how I attracted a lot of black pill people, you know. So I'm not really, I mean, I guess I'm like black pill with certain things, but I'm not like fatalistic totally, you know, if that makes sense. So, and yeah, I'm not in other people's shoes. Like, there's other people that are going through worse shit than me, and I'll never understand it, you know. And I guess, like, I can understand why they feel more like this than me or something, you know, but it's something else. Yeah, people are too manipulative. Yeah, I mean, it's best to not even interact with them, a lot of people, then. Need to learn recipes, how to cook the chicken or grill it. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. That sounds like a good idea. Cook different meals, and it could save you money from buying takeout, you know? Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, I attract a good amount of black girls as well, you know? I mean, maybe it's something to do with, like your face, your height, or how you present yourself, you know? Shit like that. Yeah, you don't have to care, you know? You can just move on with your own life. You don't have to take care of your family when they're getting old or they're suffering through old age, you know? That's up to you. I appreciate it, Bree. I appreciate it. Yeah, I did a good amount today. Maybe we'll do some next weekend or something. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I'm at 4%, but maybe we'll do a live stream during the week. That'll be kind of cool. And stuff like that. And I'll do some videos later on.